Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Olivia, and today we are going to be doing a smoky eye moment, a little chit chat, get ready with me. Hopefully this video wasn't too long, but like I had a lot of things on my mind, so I just kind of wanted to sit down and film this look. So before we get into the video, I'm just going to remind you guys to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a like, a thumbs up, let me know that you enjoyed it. And if you want to see how I got this smoky eye, catch up with me. Keep on watching. I wanted to do like a blacked out smoky eye today because I saw someone do a YouTube tutorial on it like last week. I'm not sure if I saved the video or if I liked it or anything, but if I can find it again, I will link it down below or in the eye or something like that. But basically all she did, she literally used like 3 colors. She used like a really warm transition shade and then a really dark brown color and then black. And she like went down and then blended the black up just like a little bit. And it looked really cute. And like I usually don't do like super black smoky eyes, but I think that they look so fucking cute. Like you just look like that bitch when you have a black smoky eye. So yeah, we are just going to do a like chit chat, kind of get ready with me, like a casual tutorial. I don't really know like how much I have to chit chat about, but like, you know, we're just gonna keep it casual today. We're gonna keep it super casual with our black smoky eye. I think today I'm going to use my Jaclyn Hill palette. I've been kind of returning to this palette a little bit and just like giving it some more love lately because it really is just like a really good palette. Iconic, right? So I think that's what I'm going to use mostly today. We might dip into something else. The Soft Glam palette would probably be a good one for this. And I might actually use the ABH black shade. I'm not sure if it's blacker than the one in the Jaclyn Hill palette. So let's zoom in a little bit more. Testing, testing. Okay, so like I said, I already have my eyebrows on. Oh my god, I didn't wet my sponge. Hold on a minute. Okay guys, I'm back. I wet my sponge. Look at how sad this sponge looks. Like, it just looks so depressing. Like, I don't know what it is about these Real Technique sponges, but they rip like this so easy. And like, I don't know if I'm kind of aggressive, but these ones rip on me all the time and it's really annoying. Like, I feel like I'm not that aggressive on sponges, but I wash my sponge every time I use it. That I guess it like causes a ton of wear and tear on these sponges. And then I was using the Beauty Blender solid cleansing soap with this sponge. I got it in a Sephora Play unboxing, or in a Sephora Play box. And the soap is black, and it's like, I think it's the Beauty Blender Pro cleansing soap, so it's black like the Pro sponges. And it like, you can see like my sponge is like gray now, and it's kind of yucky. I don't like it. Like, I know it's just that soap like stained it, but I still don't like that. So I'm just priming my eyelids with the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I've been trying this concealer out again. I like it so far. I had it before, well, I still have the other one that I had, which they've repackaged it now. And I'm not sure if they changed the shades too, but I had it before and I liked it, but I bought it in a shade that was too dark, for me, like now, like I'm super pale obviously, but I luckily had a tan at that moment in my life, which obviously I do not now. So I'm giving it another go in a shade that's more ghostly. Okay, so I'm going to dip into this color right here. Oh, I'm going to dip into this color right here. This one, I think it's called Pukey. And I'm just going to start packing this color on. I'm just using a Morphe M441 brush. And so what I like to do is I like to pack the color on first. And then I'll start to go in and blend it out. I really like this Pukey color. I feel like it just like goes with anything. So what is new with you guys? I just got back from Georgia. My husband and I were visiting his grandmother there. So it was nice to kind of get out of town for a couple of days and see family. That was actually the first time that I had met her, so that was kind of nice. So this looks like crazy now, and I can't guarantee that it's gonna look better when I'm done, but that's why we're doing our eyeshadow first, okay? Yeah, so anyway, we were in Georgia, and we were in Macon, Georgia, which I've never been there. I've been to Atlanta before. My sorority, I feel like I say that weird, sorority. I kind of say that with a lisp sometimes, but my sorority, Kappa Beta Gamma, did their convention there one year, so me and a bunch of girls from my sorority drove down there one year, and that was like super fun. I mean, like going on trips like that, when you're in any organization that like travels and like does like group trips like that, they're always so much fun, but then it's like by the end of it, you're like ready to kill each other, you know? But that was a good trip. I mean, I drove all the way from like the Upper Peninsula. I drove downstate and stayed with one of my friends, and then we met in Flint, which is like 8 hours away from Marquette where I live. So we met in Flint, and then we drove all the way from Flint to Atlanta, Georgia. And then we got to Georgia, and like there's girls from like every chapter of your sorority there. It's like a huge to-do. And we did like the aquarium there. We spent the night at the aquarium there, which was like super cool. The Atlanta aquarium is the only aquarium in North America that has whale sharks. So that was really neat to see. I love aquariums and zoos and things like that. Like, I know, like, they make me sad sometimes, like when zoos aren't like ethical and like the animals don't have enough space to run and things like that, and like swim, and like that kind of makes me sad to think about. So like I just try not to think about things like that, but I mean, it's really cool to experience things like that. So that was the only other time I had been to Georgia. So I'd been there, I did like the aquarium, we did the World of Coke, and then like a bunch of like sorority shenanigans and things like that. And then we drove back up, and on the way back up we stopped at the first ever Kentucky Fried Chicken. And it was so funny. They have like, you know how at like McDonald's sometimes they have like a Ronald McDonald like sitting on the bench like, what up girl, you know? They had that at this KFC, but it was the Colonel. I still have a picture with him. I love that. But anyway, so yeah, that was the only time that I had been to Atlanta. Then I just went with my husband this last time, and that was really nice. I mean, so we flew into Atlanta, and then we took a shuttle from there to Macon, which is the 4th largest city in Georgia. Do I want to use this brush or a smaller one? That's bigger. Do I want to use this brush? I'm just gonna dip into this shade right here, or should I do this one? I don't know. You know what, just fucking go for it. I'm just gonna go for the darker one. Yeah, so anyway, so we took this shuttle from Atlanta to Macon, and that's only like an hour and a half. So it really wasn't a bad shuttle ride. I mean, it was like kind of cramped in there. We were there over the holiday weekend, so like obviously things get kind of busy. Yeah, so then we got there like late Thursday night, and we went to his grandma's house, and we were there until early Sunday morning. So it was nice to meet her and visit and just kind of have a low-key weekend. It's like it's still not warm here in Michigan at all. So, and it was in like the high 90s, like 98 degrees, which was like a big change for my body basically. But I like, and it's humid down there too, but I like thrive in warm conditions like that. So it was a good change of pace. It really felt nice to just be warm for a little bit. I mean, it's getting to be more spring here, but it's just still, it feels so cold here still. It bums me out. We're actually moving in July, so I'm really excited about that. But since this is like my last like spring and like summer here, I was really hoping that it was going to be nice and warm, and I was going to get to like go to the beach a lot and like go on a lot of walks and things like that, but it just like really has not been the case, you know. And it's like, to other people here it's not that cold, but to me it really is. I just like, the weather here bums me out so much. So I'm really excited for a change of pace. We are moving to California in July. We have some friends out there. We visited them before, and we just really like the area. Going to like Northern California. So I think it'll just be nice to kind of get out and like be on our own for a little bit and just kind of see what's out there. I mean, I've lived in Marquette my entire life, and like just even saying that out loud sounds like so sad to me. Like, it's a really, really beautiful place to live, but when you've been here your whole life, it's just like depressing. I mean, I don't really see the good in this place anymore, unfortunately. I'm just ready to move on, and I keep saying, I'm like, I'm never coming back, I'm never coming back. Like, obviously I'll visit my family here and stuff, but maybe once I leave I'll appreciate it a little bit more. I think I will. You know, I'll miss things. It's a really, I mean, it's really laid back here too, but there's just not a lot of opportunity here. I'm really excited to kind of get out and be somewhere where there's like more opportunity for work and personal growth and things like that. I'm planning on getting my esthetician's license once we move, so I don't know, like, I want to get my esthetician's license because I mean, I've worked in cosmetics for like quite a few years now. I mean, I was a manager at Ulta for a few years, and then I was managing the cosmetics department at Kohl's for a couple years, and definitely made me realize that A, working in retail sucks and I never want to do it again. And B, that like the cosmetic space though is really an area that I want to be in, but not in the retail end of things. I went to school for management and communication studies, and then I minored in art and design as well. So I mean, I have a degree that I could do a lot of things with, but I just really want to be licensed in esthetician because I just think that I can do a lot more with it. I mean, I can do a lot of things with my degree. I could go work for like a corporate place or go manage or do something like that, but I just don't think that's what I want to do really. Like, I really want to do something where I'm making people feel good about themselves. I just really feel like I want to do something where I am like empowering women in some way, and if I can do something like that even if it's just something like giving them a facial or like waxing eyebrows or doing false eyelashes on people, you know, I just feel like things like that can have such an impact on someone's life, you know. It can make them feel so confident and feel so good about themselves, and like I just want to like help women in like any way possible, and like if I can make someone feel good about themselves and make someone feel confident about themselves, because I just feel like being confident about yourself as a human being is so important to me. Like I'm going in with a packer brush and this black shade right here. I think it'll be black enough, we'll see. But anyway, like I was saying, I just want to do something to make women confident about themselves, because I am seeing more and more in myself. Like I never before would have thought that I was like a super confident person, but I've had a lot of experiences in my life, a lot of them more recently actually, that have made me realize like how strong and confident of a person that I actually am. You know, I don't wake up every day and I'm like, damn, like look at me, you know what I mean? But it's just like, I'm still confident to be who I am. And I feel like that's something that a lot of women don't experience in their life, and I want that to change, you know? It just makes me sad. Like it makes me so sad to know that, you know, like I've never thought of myself as like someone who has like the most confidence or courage in the world, but I mean, I've just had some experiences lately that have made me realize like, yeah, like you're a pretty strong, bad bitch. I don't have any product on this brush. I'm just using this little tiny blender brush to like get in here and blend. Yeah, like I was saying, so that's a lot of the reason why I want to go back to school to do aesthetics. I just want to make women feel good about themselves, you know? And like I don't know that I can necessarily internally make women feel good about themselves, you know? I'm not like a therapist, but you know, if I could do one little thing that's gonna make someone feel a little bit better about themselves, like that's what I want to do. I just want to have an impact on women in some way. I feel like I want this black to be blacker, so after I do this eye, I might go in with a different black eyeshadow. What I should have done is I should have put a black base down. I should have put some eyeliner down. I knew better, but I didn't. So here we are. But anyway, I was talking about confidence. I just feel like it's such an important thing that a lot of women and even men, just like a lot of people, just don't have a lot of confidence in themselves. Not even just like a confidence in like your physical appearance, but just like a confidence in yourself to be able to stand up for yourself. That's what makes me so sad, is to see people, you know, being taken advantage of, or you know, being afraid of things because they just like aren't a confident enough person to stand up for themselves and say, you know, no, that's wrong, or no, like I can take care of myself. To learn something like that, no matter what stage it is in your life, is a really important lesson to learn. You know, you can't be afraid to be you and be confident in yourself and in the choices that you made, and just hold yourself accountable to live your fucking life, you know? So that's what I've been thinking about a lot lately. So, you know, I mean, if you're someone out there who's like not a super confident person, I would really encourage you to do like some soul searching and really try to find an inner confidence in yourself, because I'm sure it's in there. You know, I think that any person can be a confident person and just really take ownership over who they are as a person. I'm just going back in with that dark brown shade again. But anyway, you know, you just got to find it in there. Just say like, I am Olivia, and like this is who the fuck I am, and like that feels good. And I'm not saying that I like roll out of bed every day and I'm just like, I'm fucking me, you know, but like for the most part, like, I'm really learning that I'm a more confident person than I once thought I was, and it feels really good, and I just want everyone else to feel good like that, you know? And then I'm going back into that pukey color. So anyway, like I said, that's just been something that's been weighing on my mind a lot lately. I'm really excited to kind of start my journey as an esthetician though, and I definitely want to like document that and share that on my channel. So, you know, if that's something that you're gonna be if anyone would be interested in, let me know. Just because when I was trying to find like schools and things like that, I'm just gonna use this little dirty brush to like get into this like inner area a little bit more with that black. When I was trying to do research on things like that, I was having a really hard time finding like YouTube content on like how to like find schools, what someone's experience was like applying for school, why they chose the school that they did, and then like I really couldn't find anything on, I couldn't find any videos or like review videos or things on any of the schools that I wanted to go to. I'm gonna dip into Noir from the Soft Glam palette. I just feel like it's a little bit blacker, and I'm just gonna use that same brush again just to kind of like really pack it on the lid a little bit here. So yeah, I mean, just things like what do you get in your kit and like things like that like are what I want to know about that school, you know? I just want like the tea, okay? And I had a really hard time finding content like that. I would like to share that journey with you guys if that would be something that you're interested in. I haven't decided if I'm gonna go to school part-time or full-time. I'm gonna have to see, like, I guess what my health is kind of like at that point. I recently had I guess you could call it a health scare. I was hospitalized for 5 days back in February because I was like extremely anemic. I had no idea that I was anemic. I've never had an issue like this before. Yeah, I was like having trouble breathing, which sounds scary because it is. I had a really high heart rate, and I was extremely fatigued. I was starting to have like fevers and chills, and I was very nauseous. So I thought that a lot of it was anxiety because I was like, when I started really experiencing problems like that, it was around the holidays, and I was also planning a wedding. I got married in January, and then I had kind of experienced symptoms similar to that earlier, you know, not in the year, but like a couple years before that I had experienced problems like that. And my doctor basically just told me that it was anxiety, you know, like and so that's pretty much what I thought it was, you know. I was like, well, you know, I've had this problem before, it was just anxiety, it was just the holidays, you're planning a wedding, you work full time, like your plate's really full right now, so like that's what it is. And that's just what I accepted it as. I was like, that's what's wrong with me, like I'm just having a lot of anxiety about what's happening in my life. And then January rolled around and I got married. Everything was like back to normal, and I still wasn't feeling any better. Like I was still getting like the increased heart rate, and like it was like bad. I mean, like I couldn't walk up the stairs in my home without getting winded. So I was really having a lot of difficulty at work doing things like that. It was kind of getting to the point where it was like, like I think there's something really wrong with you when you can't walk from the employee parking lot all the way back to the store into the break room without needing to stop halfway to catch your breath. Like it was that bad. at that point I was like, okay, there's something wrong with me, I think. Yeah, there was. So I had made a doctor's appointment with my doctor. Meanwhile, I continued to have like fevers and nausea. So, you know, it was like I had to call into work like one day the week before, and then I luckily had that whole weekend off. So I just like relaxed the whole weekend. And then I had to go back to work, and I had to work like a really early morning truck shift, and I woke up and I was super nauseous, and I was like, great, like, and so I didn't want to call in again, you know, because I was like, I've already called in, like I bailed on them on my last really early morning shift, like I'm not gonna bail on my team. I drug myself out of bed. I was at the point where it was like I didn't even get like ready. Like I literally just like threw on like anything, and like I was like, whatever, like I'm going to work, I'm doing this. And then it was like I was there, I was so nauseous. So I mean, I left work that day. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna sleep it off, go to my doctor's appointment, and I'll be fine. Like it's whatever, you know. I was like, I'm just having trouble breathing. The next day, it was like, I woke up and I was like, wow, I feel like death. So I called into work, and I basically slept for a whole day. And luckily, my dad knew that I wasn't feeling good from the day before, you know, and he was worried about me. So he was like, hey, like, you know, how you feeling? Like, do you need me to come over? You know, whatever. So I called him and I was like, hey, I was like, yeah, like, why don't you come over? Like, we'll have dinner together, you know, keep me company because I don't feel good. And he's like, yeah, okay. So he comes over, and my dad like took one look at me, and he was like, you're going to the emergency room. Like, yeah, so I got to the emergency room, and I got into the room, and there were literally like 10 people in there. Like, it was so intense. And they're like sticking all these like heart monitors on me, and like hooking me up to all these machines and things. And I was like, oh shit, okay, so like maybe this is kind of a big deal. And anyway, so they ran a bunch of tests, did a bunch of x-rays, and my doctor came back into the room, and he looked at me and he said, we have no idea how you're still standing. So that's kind of like a scary thing to hear, I guess. So they were like, basically, you know, you're like really anemic, your hemoglobins are at a 3.5, a normal person is between a 12 and a 15. So anyway, I had to get 4 blood transfusions. I had to spend 5 days in the hospital, and then I went and spent a few days at the Mayo Clinic, and eventually they determined that I have what is called pure red cell aplasia. Basically what it means is my body stopped making red blood cells, and they have no idea why. So I'm finally, thankfully, starting to regain some of my red blood cells back. I'm feeling a lot better than I did a few months ago, but now we are moving. My husband works out of town currently, so I am trying to get my house like in order to move. And yeah, so I'm finally like starting to feel good enough to do that, and that feels good. But anyway, I was talking about how I'm not sure if I want to go to school full-time or part-time, but I'm just gonna have to see how I'm feeling like once I get out there, you know. It's been a really big adjustment for me, but I feel like it's been really good for me too to not work quite like I was. I mean, I was working full-time at one job, part-time at another job, and things like that can just kind of wear on you eventually, I guess. And I don't know, you know, I'm starting to heal now, and hopefully I heal completely, but you know, I don't know why things like that happen. So I'm gonna shut the camera off for a moment, and I'm gonna put my foundation on, and then I will come back. Okay, so I put my foundation on, my bronzer, contour, But as I was doing my face makeup, I just was thinking, I just want to make it very clear that in talking about my PRCA, I'm not like looking for sympathy or anything, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about it because I mean it's played a major role in a major lifestyle change for me. And I mean I haven't really talked about it here. All my close friends and family know about it, which they're probably the only ones who watch these videos anyway, but wanted to keep the unknown internet in the loop here. I'm gonna do my lower lash line now. Moving on from that, the major takeaway for me from this whole thing, if you're having trouble breathing or your heart rate is extremely high, you should probably go to the ER. What else is new? So yeah, like I said, I'm moving, which I'm really excited about. If you guys are interested in any like moving type videos, let me know. I've been wanting to do like more different videos on my channel. I know everything's been like kind of makeup based on this channel, which is kind of the whole reason why I started it, and that's still kind of going to be a main focus for me. I'm just going to use this stubby little dirty BH brush. I'm just going to dip into that pukey shade again. Yeah, so like I've been wanting to post like some different videos on this channel. I am very into makeup obviously, but you know, I like other things too. You know, like pack with me videos, clean with me videos, anything like that. I really like watching videos like that because they're like motivating to me. I was thinking about like maybe doing some cooking videos. I unfortunately cannot eat gluten, which is like the saddest thing of my life. So I have really started cooking like a lot more than I used to because I have to. So I was thinking like of maybe doing some cooking videos if people would be interested in something like that. I just like am like talking about videos that I like to watch too, and I'm like, well, A, I like to watch all these things. B, I do all these things. I clean my house and I cook food, and so I could like film those things for you guys if that's like something that maybe you would be interested in seeing at all. I don't know if you are though. I mean, anything like that, just like let me know what kind of content you like to watch. Do you want me to vlog? That would be interesting. And like I could even do something like, you know, a makeup video every Wednesday, and then like a different type video on like Friday or Saturday or something, or like Monday maybe. That would be a good day. Let me know what you think. So I'm just going to go back in with this black shade and a little Luxie brush here. This is the Luxie 223 short shader brush. And I'm going to use that black from the Jaclyn Hill palette because I felt like that one didn't have as much fallout. What kind of inner corner highlight should I do? Should I do what's just on my cheek, you think? Like I need a little like... Okay, I'm going to do blush really quick. I'm using Galifornia because Galifornia is my #1 obsession in life. I know it's like so pink, but like I just think it's so pretty. And I feel like on camera it looks real clowny, but I promise you in real life it doesn't look that crazy, even though it looks like a little crazy. But my face just eats blush anyway, so it'll be gone in like a few minutes. I feel like vlogging would be fun, especially maybe like vlogging our trip to California. I mean, that's gonna be like at least a 3-day car ride. I mean, from Michigan to California. I mean, we're gonna have to get there one way or another, and that's just how it's gonna be, I guess. But yeah, I mean, we have a cat, so we are going to be traveling all that way with a cat. So that'll be interesting. I've never traveled anywhere with a cat. I mean, like we've taken him to the vet and stuff like that, but that's about it. This side of my lip is so much thinner than this side of my lip. It is like so fussy, and then I like try to overdraw my lips, so that just makes it even harder. I'm wearing two Rimmel lipsticks or lip liners. This one is in the shade Tiramisu, and this one is in Mauve Shimmer, which it doesn't have any shimmer in it, so I don't know why it's called Mauve Shimmer. And then I have been wearing this lipstick lately. I'm like obsessed with it. I've always loved these lipsticks. These are the Rimmel and Kate Moss lipsticks. They're just like a traditional bullet lipstick. And this is in the shade 45. And I love the way their lipsticks smell. I've been like super overdrawing my lips lately. And I know a lot of people don't like that. But guess what? I don't give a fuck what other people like. So I like it. I like looking like I have fuller lips. And yeah, if you look really close, you can tell that I overdrew my lips. So that just like is what it is. Let me finish with a little bit of setting spray. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Setting Spray. I think that it makes your skin look so pretty and glowy, healthy. Like this would be cuter if I was wearing black, which I usually am, but today I'm not, I guess. And this is my matte black smoky eye. Is it too much? Maybe. No, I think I like it. I haven't done like an all black eye like this in a minute, and I think it's cute. That's the final look. Maybe I should zoom you in. Thank you guys so much for listening to my random rambles today. I really appreciate you guys listening to what's been on my mind lately, getting ready with me, doing a little smoky eye moment. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And let me know what kind of content you guys want to see in the comments down below. Also, make sure to give this video a like for me. It's a really easy way to help me out. And also, if you would be so kind, it would be great if you wanted to subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Wednesday. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. And again, you know what? You do you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!